What's up, YouTube? Curtain6693 here to bring you gaming and anime news as well as anything that I find interesting. Well, Gamescom has started. Apparently, there was some streaming thing that was supposed to happen last night, like at 1 o'clock in the morning, like early for us because it's over there in Europe. But apparently that didn't happen, or they didn't show it to us. But what I've seen so far from games, because I've seen the EA press conference on the IGN channel, and I've also seen the Sony live conference, which I'm gonna go ahead and say it. They have a release date for the PS4. The PS4 will be out November 15th for North America, November 15th, I repeat, and November 29th for, I think they said, for Europe, or for European countries. So I'll repeat, November 29th for the other countries. So yeah, so pretty much November. Now my question is when exactly is the Xbox One gonna come out? Because I know, in my opinion, I really wish they had to put it in October. That way they would have had a better chance of beating out the Xbox One on release day. Because really, when it comes down to it, it's really just whoever comes out first is gonna have the heads up. So. And also, apparently, Microsoft did not have a public conference. They were ducking and dodging, which, in my opinion, you have a new system coming out. Why would you not have as many conferences and all that shit, that you can get? So, yeah, they've been ducking and dodging us. Apparently, Major Nelson said some shit like, something about, like, viewing a party that you're not there for, and what's the point? But, motherfucker, because we want to see what the fuck y'all got. That's why. We want to see what's up. I mean, come on, Xbox. So... yeah, so that was that. As far as the EA, I don't really care for much of EA. I mean, I know this will be, a bunch of new sports games coming out. There was a new thing for Kinect called Fighter Within or some shit. I saw a trailer for that. That looked pretty. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like the Kinect, but I will say though, if they can nail a good fighting game, off the Kinect, we in business. Because for one, it'll be good for physical activity. And also, it'll just be good, like, if it has good controls, like, when you not punch, does this character punch how I punch? I think, one thing that people are forgetting, that once we do get Kinect right, once we do get motion gaming down, and people enjoy it, and people enjoy the physical fitness of the games, I believe that obesity will shoot down some, and I know that's kind of a little bit unrelated, but I'm just saying I do think it'll be good for us. Imagine how many of us sit down for hours and hours, with the controller, and we could be getting up, throwing punches and kicks, and and getting a good workout at the same time. So that way, your parents say you're lazy, well, actually, no, I'm not. You'll be able to say that, but that's another subject. So yeah, so the Fighter Within looks pretty good. I know Forza Motorsport 5. Me personally, I'm not a really big fan of Forza and all them games. I haven't been playing many racing games. I do want to get into the racing genre. Again, I used to play Need for Speed. There needs to be another good Need for Speed to come out, or just something like a good street racing game and also with a good story mode, with an engaging story. Lots of cars, lots of customization. I also wouldn't mind being able to get out of your car, but I mean, but at the point, but really, what I'm saying is pretty much what GTA 5 is going to be, but just a focus on car driving. But who knows? It depending on how good GTA 5 is with the cars, I might not even need to get a racing game. I can just hop on racing mode on GTA 5. GTA 5 looks great. But that's, besides the point. But I'm not really a big fan of the EA games. It's really because, if I'm not mistaken, their game are still going to cost like $80 anyway. Also, for all the Xbox Ones that are for pre-orders, apparently, about like you're supposed to be getting a free game for like over there in Europe, like if you pre-ordered it. Apparently, FIFA 14 is going to be the game, that soccer game, whatnot, because I know that's pretty big out there in other countries. But I heard that Major Nelson stated that its WoW supplies last. So if you don't, get it early enough, or you don't go ahead and pre-order and do all your shit, you may not be able to get one. So for all you European people out there, or if this situation applies to you, get on it. Which I don't really care for sports games really, except UFC. But that's really far as I go. And they showed something on UFC. Of course, it's just more realistic. More features, more physics. Pretty much what you'd expect nowadays. So yeah, so that's pretty much EA. I wasn't really too impressed. Honestly, I kind of half watched it. Um, Now Sony, the first half of it, they showed a lot of indie games. And now, don't get me wrong, I am not hating on indie games, but I was ready to see some of the bigger titles like Killzone, Infamous. They showed some Assassin's Creed 4. But as far as the indie game, I mean, they look nice. I'm not saying they didn't look nice. I'm just saying that me personally, I was ready to see the heavy hitters. Killzone, it looked nice. Infamous Second Son. Pretty much what you've been hearing about. It looks nice. Um, what else? So you have that. Oh, and then what they did is they were really trying to sell this Vita. I think the Vita. I saw somewhere it was like $200. I think. I think they bring the price down. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But I think I saw somewhere I think they bring it down to 200. Thank you, please. But what they're doing with the Vita is like if you're playing your console, you can play your PS4 games on your PS Vita. You can play mobile. So that way, if you can't use a TV if your mom or dad or girlfriend, wife, whoever your roommate want to watch TV, you can continue playing games on your mobile device. That looks really cool, and it looks like the game still pretty much look the same. Like the graphics that you see on the PS4 looks like what it is on PS Vita. I mean, for the most part, it looks great. And I know there's a bundle coming out with the PS4 as far as that PS Vita. I hope they keep that bundle for a while because I may not be able to get a PS4 to next year. So I really hope they keep that. If they do, I may check that out. There are also some new games coming out for the Vita. I don't know what because I didn't really care to pay attention. But there are more games coming out for you PS Vita owners. Hang in there, it's coming. You can use it with your PS4. So if you plan to get a PS4 like I am, you good. Let's see what else. What else they have? Oh, there's going to be exclusive content for certain games. I'm pretty sure. I know Watch Dogs. I think they have like a new character skin, bonus missions, stuff like that. Is going to be there's going to be some exclusive content for Watch Dogs, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be other games that will do the same thing. Because I know they're doing the same thing for Xbox One. There's going to be like exclusive content, for the multiplats. Okay, so you had that. I can't remember if they talked about the service that they're going to have as far as playing PS1, PS2, and PS3. They may have, but the thing is, like I said, I was kind of half watching into like the later half, so I may have just completely missed it out. So if you guys know if they talked about that, please let me know because I know there's something about a service where you're able to play where there's backwards compatibility, and I really wish they'd get more into that, honestly. So that's pretty much Sony. I mean, it looks pretty good. Like I said, for most of the games I want actually on exclusives. Killzone 4 looks pretty good, and the fact that I am getting a PS4 will allow me to get into those games I've never played. Like I played Infamous, but I haven't owned it. I've never sat down, had 2 or 3 hours just to play as it. I've never played Killzone. I've seen it. I have a friend has it, but I've never seen it for myself. But yeah, Killzone looks pretty good. But really, there really aren't a whole lot of exclusives for PS4 that are coming out that I want. But just the console itself is what I want. Just like they said before, they don't lock shit behind subscriptions. You get free games. I mean, it's pretty much like you can't beat that. Also, Sony pretty much slapped Microsoft in the face. They pretty much said, unlike other people who are changing their stories, or they said something like that, like they were referring to Microsoft always changing their policies and stuff and features. They said, unlike them, we are focused on gaming. And I like that. Even though they didn't have a lot of exclusive games that I wanted, I liked how they said we are here to bring you entertainment and more shit. I know more games are coming. I saw something about Beyond Two Souls. I really hope that it gets ported on the PS4. Like I said before, I kind of have watched it, so I didn't really see all of it, but I just kind of saw glimpses and pieces of it. So I really hope that it gets ported over. But you already know I know Last of Us is going to get is probably going to get a port. Or an HD remake. We're probably going to see what else? We're going to see more Uncharted. I mean, come on. I really want to play the new Sly Cooper because I have a PS2 and I have the first three Sly Coopers. I'm really, and I know the fourth one's out, and I really want to play that. And what you know what's so funny? What's actually funny to me is the console that I've had the most fun on. Besides the three, like as far as before, like as far as like Xbox, PS2, the old generation, I actually had the most fun on the PS2. You know, I've always been, even though you know a lot of people say there are more hardcore games on the Xbox 360, like Halo and Call of, you know, and everybody likes Call of Duty on there. But I'll be kind of honest, a lot of games I like, Sony has, you know, and now they're having party chat. Oh yes, 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 it's gonna be great. And I can't. I hope that they really. I hope they make another Prince of Persia. You know, I really want to see a Prince of Persia reboot. And also, who made Jade Empire? I think it was Bioware. I think it was Bioware. Bioware, get started on that shit, like legit. You know, it's gonna be great. This next console was gonna be great, man. And then it's gonna have video game capture. It's gonna have, I think it's gonna have its own capture device in there. That'll be great for me because that way I'm gonna start when I get my PS4 for you guys out there. I am going to start like recording gameplay and making videos so that hopefully I'll be able to talk over it and you know talk with you guys, and that way you'll be more entertained than just sitting me here watching me talk here. I would make more interesting videos, but I don't have a capture device and my computer's not the best. So basically, once I get back up my feet as far as technology wise, I would definitely start making better videos. So please, you know, stay with me. What else? Oh, Fable Legends. Apparently, there's a new Fable game coming out called Fable Legends, and let me just break it down for you. It will be four player. And instead of you developing your character, like it has like pre-select, like there's like one. There's a archer, like a range guy. There's a Prince Charming type dude. You have a barbarian woman, and then you have the support mage, and then there's a fifth player, and the fifth player is kind of like the dungeon master that they stated, kind of like the game overseer, where you basically you can spawn enemies and you the villain basically, and I have pros and cons to the Fable Legends, but it looks good. The graphics didn't really look too much different. It looked the same. I mean, I know they didn't show gameplay, but as far as the trailer, it just, it's more Fable. I really hope that they really put an engaging story, and better multiplayer. I hope the multiplayer works very well. Like if you want to, you don't have to be all next to somebody the entire time. Like, well, and also I hope that like in Fable 3, like, even though there was co-op, your character was pretty much invisible to the world except for combat. So it really wasn't multiplayer. It was really what Fable 2 should have been. But hopefully with this multiplayer, they get it right. And it looks like they'll put a focus on that. So, yeah. So it looks like Fable's coming. It looks pretty good. My con to it is the fact that instead of you developing your character, like you start off with a character, you can just go whatever path you want. It's pre-selected, they said, like it's kind of predetermined. You'll play, like, so that you decide to start. It may be easier for some people, like if you know what you're going to play as, then why bother? But me personally, like, what if you just want that freedom to say, I want to play as a character, but I don't want to have a pre-selected class. I just want to stick them in there, and I just want to start and just go with it whichever way I want to. Kind of like Skyrim. Like in Skyrim, even though you can choose a starting point, you can at any point if you wanna start off as a weapons master, and then you say fuck it, I want to switch over to magic. You can learn magic. I like the fact that you can be what you want to be. Because like in Skyrim, I was a top level two-handed swordsman, and I was also very 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 good at magic. Because I collected the dragon mask, which gives you twice as much magic. And so it allowed me to use a lot of spells as well. So I was very versatile. So what I was relating to is I do hope there is a feature to where you are able to just play and just your character will develop as you just how you play the game. But yeah, I mean, but yeah, that's pretty much my take on Gamescom so far. I don't know if there's any other conferences or anything happening today. I gotta check. I gotta look around and check. But if not, I'll definitely talk about day two, or we'll just basically as things interesting come up, I'll talk about it. But yeah, I'll repeat one more time. PS4 release date November 15th for North America and November 29th for pretty much everybody else. So yeah, it's gonna be out. So I wonder what Microsoft was gonna do in conjunction to this. Like, will they have an early release date like November 7th, like a week before? Will they push it for, I don't know, Halloween, or I don't know what they would do, but you know what I mean. Like, what will they do? You know. What's their next move? Because they right now they kind of they've been kind of hiding the crowds right now, because it's crazy. So let me know what you guys think. Have you guys seen Gamescom? For those of you who don't know, I didn't even know about Gamescom till this year. I didn't even know there was a Gamescom. I knew about Comic Con and I knew about E3. But I knew about public conferences, but I didn't know about Gamescom till this year. And basically, for those of you who don't know, Gamescom is basically Europe's E3. It's basically where they take everything and they show it to the European side. And I've been watching it on IGN. I saw the PlayStation one on Twitch, so I think Twitch is showing it. So basically, I just look around. If any of you guys know a place that has just everything, feel free to let me know. But yeah, and also IGN, they'll usually post like the live recording on their channel. So just check it out. Let me know if there's anything that I missed. Like I said before, I was half watching it, so I probably skipped over some things, or they probably talked about things that I just didn't know. So let me know. Rate, comment, favorite, subscribe. Thank y'all, and I'll see you guys later. Curtain 693 out.